All rise. Support court with Judge Van Der Bee is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1085, Faye Foster case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Faye Foster?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, Judge, sir, ma'am, you know, my daughter who I love dearly, but she is one lazy, sorry, using person.
What is
You know
she
what I'm
doing?
saying? So, she didn't have to work. I let her move into my house 3 years ago, and she got 2 twin boys. She does nothing to support. Our agreement was that she would pay $400.
We never had no agreement. We ain't never had no agreement.
Excuse me.
Hold on 1 second, Miss Faye Foster. Excuse me. We will not have any outbursts like that.
We just gonna sit here and let her say whatever she wants to say.
I'm just going to sit here and let her say what she wants to while I'm speaking to her. And when it's your turn, I will allow you the opportunity to do the same thing. There will be no more outbursts. We're clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so we agreed that she would pay $400 a month, plus she would pay $275 a month, so I'll put her kids in insurance.
Okay.
And since she's been there, she may be giving me a total in 3 months of $200. It's always some excuse why she couldn't pay. And I said, and I told her, I'm on a fixed income, you know, and I'm doing all this for you and the kids. I'm buying the food, paying the electricity, you know, I'm the one get up and take them to school in the morning while she sleep, you know, and she has a job. Plus she does braiding people's hair on the weekend.
Where does she work? What does she do?
She works at a telecommunication company.
Okay.
And I think she said she's a customer service somebody thing, but
she braids hair on the side.
Ma'am.
You say she braids hair on the side?
Yes, she does. In my back room.
All right.
And her clients come in, she give her clients snacks and stuff I don't bought for the kids and just like she don't bought something. So I told her, you gonna have to start doing better.
All right.
And she told me.
Wait a minute, Miss Faye Foster, let me stop you really quickly.
Okay.
You said she braids hair in the home. Do you know how much money she makes?
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving straight into a raw family courtroom drama where emotions run high and truth takes the stand. The case opens with a grandmother, Faye Foster, who's had enough. She claims her daughter moved in 3 years ago with twins and hasn't lifted a finger since. The judge, calm but commanding, sets the tone. No shouting, no outbursts, only facts. As both sides brace for battle, you can already feel that what started as a family dispute is about to turn into a test of accountability, respect, and broken trust. And this courtroom is where it all comes to light.
Roughly on average a month?
Well, I know she charges about 300 to 400 depending on the length of your hair. Mm-hmm. And she normally on the weekend do at least 3 to 4 heads.
Okay.
So I would say on an average, if we just do the lower end of it, she probably works about $1,200 on a Saturday. And sometimes she does it on Sunday, but most of the time it's on Saturday, all day Saturday.
So about $1,200 every week.
Right.
Okay. Keep going. Continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Continue.
Okay. So I told her, I said, well, you can give me some of that, you know, to help out. And on you living here and me taking care of the kids, and I'm using the gas to go take them to their soccer practice and to their football practice. And she tells me, you their grandmother, you supposed to do that.
Oh.
And I told her, I ain't supposed to do a darn thing. I ain't had no twins.
Okay.
You know, but I love my grandkids, so I hate for them to be without just because their mama is trifling.
Okay. All right. So we're going to not name call either, okay? I understand I understand your emotions are high. It's not a problem. I understand.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I understand exactly how you feel. I know what you're saying. It's plenty of grandmothers coming in this court feel exactly the same way that you do. I just ask that, you know, you just be respectful to one another.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, y'all.
That's okay. Now, how old are the twins?
The twins are 10.
Now the financial storm begins to brew. The grandmother details a supposed deal. $400 for rent, $275 for the twins' insurance, yet she claims her daughter barely paid a dime. The judge listens closely, untangling every claim like a detective separating truth from frustration. The daughter's side hustle of braiding hair becomes a central point. How much is she really earning? The court's atmosphere tightens as assumptions turn into financial crossfire. Every number becomes a clue, every excuse a red flag. You can feel the tension shift as both women try to outprove each other, while the judge keeps everything razor-focused on the facts.
All right, and you said they're boys?
They're boys, 2 boys.
All right. Are they involved in any kind of extracurricular activities?
Yes, they play football and they play soccer and basketball.
All right. And does mom help out with any of that?
No. She always said, well, go ahead and pay their fees and I give it back to you. But I never get it back.
She lives in the home. Does she actually live there or does she just sleep there and she lives somewhere else?
No, she lives there and she sleeps somewhere else. Every night, you know. But that's why she's supposed to be paying me $400 for them to live there.
Okay.
Because she got put out of her last place. So I said, okay, you can come home, but you know, I'm on a fixed income, so if you give me $400 a month, and then she said, okay, and I think she may have paid $200 one time, and that's it.
All right. Are the children on health insurance or anything?
Mm-hmm. And then, ma'am?
Are the children on health insurance or anything?
The children, I put them in insurance because I asked her, do you have insurance on these kids? And she said, I can't afford it. So I said, well, they need insurance. They playing sports and stuff and they get sick and we don't have out of public. So I got insurance and she agreed that she would pay me back each month what I had to pay for insurance.
How much do you pay for the children only?
The children only is $275.
$275.
This section hits deep emotionally. The grandmother's voice trembles as she describes the sacrifices, early mornings, late nights, feeding, driving, and loving those boys as her own. The judge asks tough but fair questions. Was this ever meant to be permanent? The truth lands heavy. 3 years is no temporary stay. The grandmother's heartbreak is clear. She loves her daughter but feels used and unseen. The air thickens with empathy and exhaustion as the courtroom quietly acknowledges the invisible weight many grandparents carry. It's not just about money anymore. It's about pride, dignity, and broken promises within a home.
Okay. All right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I know you, and I just need her to do the right thing. I just need her to do the right thing and hope you can make her do the right thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can make her. You know, I can only do what the law allows, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let me ask you a question about the living arrangements.
Yes.
You said this was supposed to be temporary?
It was supposed to be temporary until she found her a place to stay that they can afford. But it's been 3 years, and I don't think she's looking for any place to stay, Your Honor.
All right.
I don't think she has looked at all. And she keeps saying, well, I don't have the money to get a place that's nice enough for me and the boys and that I can afford. And then people want a high deposit and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, but I need you to help out, you know, and that's fine because you can't live nowhere else for $400.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Yes, Your Honor. She, you know, she's always gone. She doesn't attend a function because she said, you know, she got to go out with her girls and kick it, or she got to be with a man and kick it. And so, you know, I was like, you're not even trying to be a part of these kids' life. You just want to be fancy free and let somebody else take care of your kids.
All right, guys. Now it's the daughter's turn, and she's not holding back. She paints her side of the story, a failed marriage, a financial collapse, and moving in with her mother as a lifeline, not a free ride. But her tone quickly shifts from sorrow to frustration, accusing her mother of twisting facts and pushing church-driven expectations. The judge steps in like a steady anchor, cutting through emotion and redirecting both women to reality. It's a war of words, two sides of pain colliding under courtroom lights. By now, everyone watching knows, this isn't just legal, it's deeply personal.
Okay.
You know, that's, you know,
Okay, so
It is too much.
can I move over to her, or is there anything
Yes,
else?
ma'am, go ahead.
Okay. Now, you have the opportunity to let me know what you want me to know, respectfully. So, I mean, what's all that about? The huffing, puffing, and
Because she's lying. She's telling half truths and sitting over there in her Christian outfit like everything she's saying is the gospel. Yes, me and my children did move in with her 3 years ago, but what she didn't say was, it's because I had a tragic divorce with my ex-husband, who her and her church members just wanted me to marry this guy because he was so churchly and good, and he ended up being the devil. And in our divorce, he wiped us clean.
Okay.
And my credit was messed up. He took all the money and he left, and he did all of that, and so it left us devastated. So my mother said that it was cool for us to come and stay with her while I get things together, and
so let me
get back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. Just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No, that was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to...
No, that was a yes or no.
Here the drama takes a practical turn. The judge zeroes in on what really matters: who's moving out, where the kids will stay, and how stability will be maintained. The daughter vows to find a new home within 2 months, and for a brief moment, it feels like progress. The grandmother sits silently, her face a mix of relief and doubt. The judge makes it clear it's time to turn words into action. This part marks the beginning of accountability, where love meets structure and excuses finally start to fade. You can feel both women realizing this case is changing everything.
Not in that way. Not in that way.
So explain the way.
So when we talked initially, before even moving in, it was, y'all just come, just take your time, get yourself together. I got you guys. I got my grandbabies, who she was very instrumental in. I want grandbabies. 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 So I'm giving you the opportunity.
She's instrumental in wanting grandbabies, that means that she has to take care of them too?
It doesn't mean she has to take. I'm saying she's not telling the full story how it is. It was never an agreement on a dollar amount of being able to help. It's just do what you can when you can.
So was there ever an agreement for it to be a temporary situation?
Well, yes.
You'd agree with me that 3 years is no longer temporary, right?
I would say it's no longer temporary, but in the moments where I would say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I can to see what I can to get, it was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, I worry about y'all's safety over there, and that's too far, and that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
I'm sorry.
All of that is not necessary. I can assure you it's not.
Just emotional a little bit.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down, all right?
I can't believe I'm even here. This is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of it. It's unfortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter, but this is where you come, right? So do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to?
Now the courtroom shifts gears from emotional to analytical. The judge begins the hard math, calculating income, verifying side earnings, and adding up support obligations. Every claim gets cross-checked. There's no hiding behind tears or tone. The grandmother watches, calm but vindicated, as the truth unfolds through numbers, not opinions. The daughter realizes each inconsistency now carries financial weight. What once was argument now becomes arithmetic, precise, final, and fair. This is where justice stops listening to feelings and starts balancing the books. It's pure accountability on display, and it's gripping to watch.
Move out yourself and leave the children with her.
I mean, she knows what the situation is. I mean, when I was working, which she knows at this point that there was a huge layoff because of COVID and why I started doing hair in the first place to try and make amends. So for her to sit over here talking about, oh, I got all these jobs and I got all this finance coming in at this point, it's just ridiculous. And it just shows to, just how low she'll stoop to how she behaves and how she acts.
But she letting you live for free. She's been allowing you to do it for 3 years. She pays for everything for your children. She feeds your children. She takes them to school. She pays for health insurance. She's literally doing everything. You're doing nothing.
But that's her story. I'm doing more than so. I'm doing exactly what I can. I cook, I clean, I do what the stuff she asked me to do for church.
Hold on. Cooking and cleaning for a house that you reside in, you don't get any credit for that. Okay? You should do those things, right? But in terms of your children, what are you doing? Because she said she's doing it all. Everything I just named off. You have yet to dispute that.
Well, I did get do stuff for their school. You're not always the one taking them to school,
Okay,
mommy. I don't even know why you in here acting like you do that.
Let's not derail this thing because you never answered my original question.
So
do you plan to move out with your children?
The tension sharpens as the numbers lock in. The judge walks both sides through the final breakdown. 3% insurance caps, legal limits, and total child support due. It's a masterclass in courtroom precision. The mother looks stunned as she realizes the exact financial reality she must face. The grandmother remains quiet, knowing the outcome is justified but heavy. This moment defines what justice really means. Not revenge, but fairness measured in law and logic. The audience can almost feel the air thicken with a mix of relief and reckoning as the scales finally balance.
Being out and allowing them to stay with her.
Well, at this point, she dragging me all in here to court. I want to go out. I want to go out and move and find me and get me situated, and then I will be able to come back and get them and get the boys.
So the boys are going to stay with her. When are you trying to move out?
ASAP, because this is ridiculous. I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
When you
foolishness.
say ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
No, I'm gonna have to get on my hustle, to try and figure out, where I'm gonna go and, what I'm gonna do and how much is that gonna take.
What are we looking at in timeline? Because we know the boys are gonna stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay. Yeah. That's exactly what I needed to know.
I ain't trying to stay where I ain't want it.
Well, I don't think that's what she's saying, ma'am. She's just saying she wants a little bit of assistance. She's not saying she's not willing to help you. That's not a fair assessment. How much money do you make a year?
At this point, probably around about 25.
25,000?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You actually make more than that because we're going to deem that braiding as income. Now, she said you make about $1,200 a week. Is that true?
That is not true.
How much do you make a week?
It just fluctuates on how my clientele does.
Well, let's just do it by average then. On a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from braiding hair?
I would say monthly. Monthly, I would say $1,200.
Monthly, $1,200?
Yes, because
I don't do 3 or 4 heads.
And here it is, the verdict moment. The judge rules firmly. The mother will pay $754 each month, covering both child support and insurance reimbursement. The kids will remain with their grandmother for stability. Neither side celebrates, but both accept the judgment's finality. The judge closes the session with authority, reminding everyone that responsibility isn't optional, it's earned. The courtroom empties, leaving behind silence, truth, and the weight of what family really costs. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one, where justice meets reality once again.